sparked a revolution.
Welcome to the 18-Wheel Talk Podcast Show.
Welcome. That wasn't a scene, was it?
I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at it.
I hope not.
Don't worry. I can edit it. Not.
You would never edit that out. Of
Hell
all
no.
the things, oh, no, you would never edit that out.
Definitely not editing that out. That's staying in, too.
Video evidence that Janet burps. You would not get rid
Oh,
of.
hell no. Mark the calendar. Are you kidding? Janet belched on air.
It wasn't like that.
Welcome to the 18-Wheel Talk Podcast Show.
Welcome, welcome.
We are your host. I'm Patrick. And over yonder, there's Janet.
Welcome,
Say hi,
welcome.
Say hi, Janet.
Hi, Janet.
What's up?
Not me.
Not me.
Apparently.
What do you mean not me? You're up.
Well, that's usually my response when you ask.
Yeah, right.
I'm just so used to saying not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Excuse me. Rivet. I had a rivet in my throat.
You had a rivet in your throat?
Anywho.
Anywho.
Welcome to the show. If this is your first time listening to us,
Congratulations.
we are celebrating our 4-year anniversary. Where the hell you been?
Woot, woot.
We're
That's my...
4 years of podcasting.
I'm twizzling my party twizzler.
I know.
But
Anywho, we want you to go to the number 1, the number 8, wheeltalk.com/fan club. And we want you to sign up for our fan club. Why, do you ask? Why do they want to sign up for our fan club, Janet?
oh, because we're having a big giveaway.
Yep. Celebrating 4 years, so we want to give stuff to you for our celebration.
Yeah. We're
Why do we want to Wait, you guys should be giving us gifts. Why should we give you guys gifts?
It's like our birthday and we're giving stuff away.
I know.
It's backwards.
How's that working?
Yeah, right?
Do we have stuff to give away?
Well, yeah. You're good at spending money in case you haven't noticed.
I spend money. I know what you're talking about.
You spend,
Listen,
I save. We all know the system.
I don't know what you're talking about. Power inverters.
Mm-hmm.
Jewel kits.
Mm-hmm. Backpacks.
Backpacks, yep. T-shirts.
Yeah. And the list goes on and on and on.
Water bottles.
On and on and on. Yeah.
Coffee
Hush
mugs.
up.
Sorry.
Quit talking.
Sheesh.
It won't be a surprise if you keep talking.
But anyways, you need to get in it. You got to be in it to win it. So you have to go sign up. 18wheeltalk.com/fan club. Be sure to go, get signed up, so that way you can be notified and get entered into our giveaways. So there.
And what am I not allowed to say, Patrick?
I don't know. What are you not allowed to say?
Smackdown. You knew I was good, huh?
Oh, my God.
My
She's on like a Smackdown kick. Every title has to have the word Smackdown in it.
I'm on a Smackdown kick. I can't help it.
Oh, my God.
But we haven't
I watched one Smackdown video, and that's it. Let's add that to the title.
Smackdown.
So,
Fan Club Smackdown.
So what
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
What are we tacoing about today?
Well, it's not Taco Tuesday.
I know.
Oh, it could be.
Maybe. I like tacos.
Well, I was going to tell you something about Taco Bell.
Well, what?
They're giving away free nacho Dorito Taco Loco thing to people.
When?
Like
When?
Starting soon, and it ends in like October. Like it might start next week or this week, and it ends in like beginning of October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that something about baseball?
No, it's just you just like go and ask, I guess.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't. Yeah, just.
Oh, we'll have to look into that one.
When they
'cause
run
I
out
like
there.
I like tacos.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Anyways,
He'll be having tacos for breakfast.
if you're listening to us in your ears, thank you. And please, if you can, leave us a review and a rating on your favorite podcast player. Majority of them you can, especially if you're listening to us on Apple. I know you guys can rate it and leave a comment. And there's a few others.
Yeah, plus, hey, go check out our videos.
Yeah, we got
You
it.
won't see all the fun we have here if you don't.
18wheeltalk.com/YouTube. Sign up, subscribe, like, share,
Comment.
notification bell.
You can ring our bell. You can ring our bell. Ding dong. He's a ding dong.
Uh-huh.
You knew that was coming.
Uh-huh.
I haven't been saying that in a long, long time.
I know.
Long time.
Long time.
What are we talking about today?
I was just going to ask you that. What are we
I
talking about
beat you
today
to
besides
it.
ding dong, ding dong?
Well, tell me, when you were driving over the road,
Okay.
young time ago.
That was a long time
many,
ago.
many moons ago. Where did you park your rig? Where did you set your brakes at night? You know, what was your go-to place?
Oh, I like how you did the air brake sound.
Yeah.
Usually a truck stop.
Favorite?
Did
Did you have one?
It depended on. I know that the company I worked for, we had to fuel at TAs.
Okay.
Travel.
America.
Was it travel?
Travel America.
Yeah, but it was something of America.
Travel Centers of America
Yeah,
is what
there
it
you
used
go.
to be.
Yeah.
Then they just went
Now they're just TA.
Travel America.
Travel America. So, anyways, to answer your question, TA truck stops.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if there was room, I'd park there for a night. Because 90% of the time I'd get fuel, loop around, park it, go in, shower. As they say, shit, shower, shave. Eat dinner.
When were you shaving?
Never.
Like when you were 10?
Never. Listen, it's taken me years to get this hair this long.
Your hair is beautiful, baby.
I know. Not,
It is
it's
like-
flawless.
Flawless, perfect. It's like a sheen of wonder.
I know.
Oh, I like the way that sounded.
It's a sheen.
Sheen of wonder.
As smooth as a baby's ass.
Well, I wasn't quite going there.
You want to go there?
I wasn't.
At least,
Babies'
at
butts
least,
have fuzz.
At least, you know, it's as shiny as one cheek, anyways.
So you're telling me to turn the other cheek?
Yeah. All right, let's get on with it.
Yes, we were talking about, how
So, anyways, I used to park at TA truck stops. How about you?
wherever I felt like.
I'm just
I
saying.
really, no, I just.
It was rare that I parked on the side of the road, like an off ramp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like I said, 90% of the time, I would have to say, if I wasn't rolling down the road, I would park for the night at a TA truck stop because I most likely just got done fueling up.
Yeah, that makes sense. See, I was allowed to fuel wherever I wanted.
So,
That is really rare in truck driving.
Yeah.
I know that.
yep.
And if I was doing a short haul, like say New York to Chicago,
Okay.
I know short haul.
You do a short haul?
Yeah, New York to Chicago.
That's short?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's a regional.
Yeah.
That's a regional drive.
I would fuel up and stop for the night, usually at the TA there off of I-80 just inside Indiana before I got into Chicago.
Okay.
80-90, the switch
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
But like if I was going south, like in through Pennsylvania, there's a
Into Pennsylvania.
into Kentucky. There's
You know, there's some Kentuckians out there that's going to be pissed off at us.
there's a flying hook that's like you wind up the hill to get
The
to
flying hook.
it. But you have to go up a
Flying
big hill
J.
to get to it.
Yep.
But it was a real big one. It was a real nice one, and that was like a favorite. So it depended on where I was going, because like in the South, there was Love's was real big in the South, so
Okay.
it was hard to find others. And when you get out west, it's a whole different thing. And like around, say, Illinois, Southern Indiana, Kentucky, Missouri, road rangers are big.
Misery.
I got family in that state.
I know. They're miserable, aren't they?
No, actually,
I'm kidding.
my mom's cousin Wilbur lived there.
I'm kidding.
He was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the Ozarks are there.
Mm-hmm. And he did something they did there too, but it wasn't any cocaine or nothing like that.
What? He
Nothing.
laundered money?
No. Made moonshine. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Just moonshine.
Just moonshine.
Anyway, so
Anywho.
for me, because I did coast to coast Canada,
Okay.
it really depended what region I was going to what I stopped at. And like if I was going in through Jersey, you go straight down 87 in New York.
Okay.
and then it turns into 287 when you go straight.
Yeah, I think so.
You go up the hill. You know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
Instead of turning towards New York City,
Yeah,
you go up the hill.
287 to 80, I think it is, or
Well,
84.
but if you go...
No, 80, you go down, it's 87, you go past Interstate 84.
Yeah, and instead of turning towards New York City,
Yeah,
you go straight down into Jersey.
It was 287 to...
Does your phone have a map?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyways,
instead of turning towards New York City, I'd go straight down into Jersey.
Yeah, you have
Where
to
you-
go over. You have to go like kind of like a little bit around and then down, and then it turned into, I think it was 80.
It would meet up,
With 80.
yeah, down there, but it also would meet up with the Jersey Turnpike down at the bottom.
Yeah, isn't
Okay.
that 80?
The Jersey Turnpike?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
My mistake.
Yes.
Anyways, I always got on 80.
I believe 95 is Jersey Turnpike.
I always
but
came 287, got on 80, and then ran into the Kentucky Turnpike.
You're breaking my brain here. Can I finish?
Sorry.
When you went down the New York
Okay.
Thruway, which is 87, instead of following 87 towards New York City,
Okay.
when it split off and said, go straight for New Jersey, go
Yep.
left for New York City, I'd go straight for New Jersey.
Okay.
And then when you get into Jersey, you go up the hill, and there's truck parking on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Everybody says, oh, don't park
Oh,
there.
yeah. I know what you're talking.
I'd park right there.
Gotcha.
Because truck stops from there to the south of Jersey are like near and none.
Yeah.
While there are some in the rest areas, the cars take them.
I know. It drove me nuts.
Yeah, because
Short drive, but
that area, the cars are known for taking up the truck parking because it's the Jersey Turnpike and nobody paid attention and nobody cared. So I'd park on the side of the shoulder up there because the shoulder is like 3 or 4 trucks wide.
I agree, yeah.
And
As long as nobody blocked you in, then you're good.
people would say, oh, it's not safe. You're going to get robbed. And I'd be like, bitch, please meet Maybelline.
Beesh.
Yeah, I'm trying not to cuss.
Yo, Beesh.
Please meet Maybelline. You want to rob me? You go for it.
Go
Because,
for it.
you know,
I know. So anyways, let's move
So-
on. Let's get on with the show, darling.
yes. And if we lived in a perfect world,
Okay.
every driver could be either home at night every night or able to set those brakes on the big rig
Anyways,
in the location of their choice every night.
right.
You know,
But we don't live in a perfect world, so
some drivers, they choose to be in a different state every night.
yeah.
You know, others want to be home every
Well,
night.
it also depends on where the load's going.
Well, yeah,
You
I'm
know,
just saying.
I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, but there's some that say, well, if I had the perfect job, I'd be a long haul style driver where I never had to touch my freight, but I wouldn't be dropping hook,
Well, see,
and I'd be home every night.
that's why I like hauling flatbed because I didn't have to touch the freight.
Yeah,
I had to
but
tarp it, but
you had to tarp it, yeah.
but I didn't have to offload it. That shit was too heavy.
Yeah, see, gas and oil was easy if I got a oil load like up to Ticonderoga because it was a one-stop shop, It's like, yeah, long haul up, even though it wasn't that many miles. It was a long haul.
Oh,
That
boy.
loaded,
Mhm.
But anyway,
Anywho,
so that brings up the next question.
you okay?
You want to ask? You don't need to ask.
No, you keep going.
Oh.
You're doing great.
How drivers choose the truck stop they stop at,
Okay.
So non-drivers or newbies, new drivers, they think, well, they're all the same.
But they're not.
Or it doesn't matter, does it?
It does. I mean, to each his own.
Yeah.
Some truck stops are bigger, better than other truck stops.
Newer.
There are the mom and pops, I guess,
Which I love.
which are more down to earth, more family oriented, I think.
Family oriented, may not be as new, but boy, you talk about a great place to stop.
Different type of food.
Mm-hmm.
And I always took that into consideration when I was stopping for the night, depending on where I was.
Mm-hmm.
If I had food with me, that's one thing. If I didn't and I actually had to stop to be able to eat,
Yeah.
there was only certain ones that I knew what they had on the menu certain days of the week, and I'm
Yep.
like, going, oh no, I'm going to the Ranger Ricks over there because they got a meatloaf melt to die for or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And there's so many options out there, things that make a driver go, well, I like Mama J's Truck Stop on the south side of I-10 there because they have everything I need to get ready for the next day.
Right.
Even though they're not
And
a big name brand.
But most truck stops do.
Yes.
So
But sometimes
you want that
some drivers want
hometown
that
feeling.
great big truck stop because they want everything modern, they want everything perfect.
What's that one there in Iowa? The big one.
The I-80 truck stop?
Yeah, that one.
Everyone just knows it as the I-80 truck stop. It's been bought out by TA.
Was it?
Yeah, I think TA is the one that owns it currently.
Well, either way, it's still the biggest.
It's the biggest in the U.S., and it's the I-80 truck stop. And I've been there many
Yeah,
times.
it's the Iowa 80, world's largest truck stop.
And
I don't believe I've ever been by there.
I've been there because I used
Not
to.
even coming across when we came across Iowa,
Well, because we didn't go
because
there.
we're on 90.
No.
We
Oh,
came
you
across-
and
when
not
I-
you and I.
No, when I moved my sister to Las Vegas, we came across 90, through Iowa and Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, was that boring territory. But
Well, it's
anyways,
not boring. 1 ear of corn, 2 ears of corn, 200 ears of corn,
Yeah.
300,000 ears of corn.
yeah, exactly.
Don't
Try
forget the beans.
300,000 pieces of corn
Yeah, that's it. And beans.
and beans, and
And-
really rain that goes sideways.
Yeah, it does.
It
But you
rolls
did-
through the cornfields.
That's right.
That was fun.
And tornadoes. But anyway,
It wasn't a tornado.
Well, there are-
It was not a tornado.
it was not tornado season.
No, thank
No.
God.
That makes it fun.
Oh, it was fun because I was driving a little shitbox U-Haul. It wasn't a big U-Haul. It was a small, tiny Toyota U-Haul. And boy, we come across Nebraska, and you saw the rain coming through the field. You're like, oh, it's coming, and it rocked us. I mean, it was like I couldn't see the hood. It rained so hard I couldn't see the hood in front of me.
I believe it. But see, I've had problems with U-Haul twice in my life. Once when we moved out here.
Yeah, but was that U-Haul or was that Penske?
That was
I
U-Haul, I thought.
No, I thought it was a Penske.
I don't remember.
Anyways, I forget who it was we were with.
And then once moving to Wyoming, which is all uphill once you get to a certain point,
Ooh.
and the transmission wouldn't go past third gear.
Oh.
Yeah. That was fun the last 200 miles.
I bet. I lost track of what we were doing.
Anyway, so we were talking about picking truck stops.
yeah.
We forgot the bell. Ding!
Yeah, I know. Story's over. Ding.
Okay.
But yeah, we were talking about the I-80.
And how people
biggest truck
pick.
stop.
So the I-80 truck stop is wonderful, but there's a small Road Ranger truck stop in Springfield, Illinois, and I like it just as much as any truck stop ever.
Okay.
And it's like a mom and pop truck stop.
Yeah.
It's the parking in it is dirt. At least it was the last time I was there.
Hey, some truck stops are like
It
that.
was dirt the first time I was there, and I was probably in diapers the first time I was
And
there.
the reason why is because it's easy to grade out and smooth it down
Yeah. It's-
rather than blacktop it.
and it's-
Re-blacktop and then re-blacktop it. You know?
Yeah,
As long as the trucks can park.
this is true. But it's got home-cooked food, easy in, easy out, reasonable prices on the food, reasonable prices on the fuel, and good coffee.
There you go.
And if you've got somewhere in town you want to be, they let you park the rig there, and they'll keep an eye on things, and they're not real picky about it. You know, they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. You're parked here, you fueled here, I'm good with that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
you
good
spent your
place.
money here. Sure. No
Yeah.
problem. You keep sure.
Plus, it was really close to my Aunt Vern's house.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what is that everything that they talk about?
Easy on and off
Okay.
of a highway, freeway, whatever you're on.
Okay, so
interstate.
depending on who we're talking to,
Yeah. They want easy on and off. Everyone wants to be able to get on and off the road
Yeah,
quickly.
exactly.
You don't want to have to pull 15 miles off your route to get back on
right?
just to go to a truck stop.
Yeah.
You want a good parking lot without a lot of potholes. And even if it's dirt, it doesn't mean it has potholes.
Right.
That
Oh
one
yeah,
didn't.
no, like I said, sometimes the dirt lots were
Better.
easier to maintain, and
Size of the parking lot, but that's compared to the size of the area you're going to. Like that truck stop holds, I don't know, 20 or 30 trucks probably.
which one?
The Road Ranger in Springfield, Illinois.
Okay, yeah, because I think
That's a maybe, but
I think the Iowa 80 holds 900.
yeah, or at least
That-
like the one in Erie, Pennsylvania. The TA in Pennsylvania holds probably 500.
oh yeah, that
But-
holds a lot too.
But the Road Ranger, for the area it's in, and there's other truck stops, it's always busy. You can always find a parking spot, etc.
Right,
So it's appropriately sized for where it's at.
right.
Okay. No lot lizards, no buffalo. What
Well,
is that sigh about?
It wasn't high on my list.
Well, it's high on my list.
I was just saying it wasn't high on my list. It doesn't mean I looked for lot lizards or buffalo.
I don't like people waking me up banging on my truck.
I agree, but when you're tired, you're tired.
And when you wake up easy, you wake up easy.
I agree, but I didn't wake up easy.
I do, in case you haven't noticed.
So,
You're next.
sorry. Not a lot of noise from the area.
Obviously, that doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
Does to me. Mister, I don't wake up easy. Mm-hmm.
Look, this coming from somebody who slept through a goddamn tornado.
Only 3. Give me a break.
Uh-huh.
Tornadoes are different.
Uh-huh.
I'm used to tornadoes. That's
you're used
different.
You're all right. So your husband was full of hot air. Is that what you're saying? Your ex, I mean.
Tornadoes are.
Is that what you're used to?
I grew up in the tornado belt, basically. We saw
Oh.
them all the time. It's no big deal. It's just a tornado.
Nothing. It's just a tornado.
It's just a tornado. I've done tornadoes and hurricanes. The only natural disaster I haven't done, besides your family, is earthquakes. I survived my family's natural disasters. I can survive anyone's.
Anyways. All right. So not a lot of noise,
Mm-hmm.
except from other trucks, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is funny because if you're a flatbedder and you're parked next to a reefer, according to my dad, you'll move if a reefer pulls in.
Oh no! If I got a good spot, I'm not moving.
My dad would move if a reefer parked next to him.
Yeah,
He'd be like, "Oh no, I'm moving." It woke him up.
Yeah.
Him and I could never park next to each other in the truck stops.
Another thing is I didn't pay for parking ever.
Yeah, I didn't either. If I went into a parking lot that was paid,
There was a TA that had a gated parking lot that you had to pay to get in, unless you fueled.
that's how the gate paid ones are. That's what I was going to say. Is the ones that I went into that were paid, it was you either spent so much in their store and restaurant or fueled for so much, and then you just showed the receipts when you left, and there was no charge.
Right.
If you didn't have receipts to show what you spent, they charged you.
Right.
But I was really picky when I had to pay for parking. If there was a problem finding a parking spot, I'd be right up there calling the gate saying, I can't find a parking spot. And I know I'm paying for one. You better get out here and find me a parking
Yeah,
spot.
find me a spot, motherfucker.
I'm not spending 2 hours driving around your parking lot finding one. Find me one.
Yeah, find me one.
I'm not wasting all my off time.
Price of fuel.
Don't get me started.
Well, I mean, back in the day, back when we drove, the price of fuel wasn't outrageous.
Well, it kind of was.
It was
for then.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, your company paid for fuel. My company paid for fuel. So I mean, it wasn't out of our pockets unless the card didn't work and you needed fuel and they were going to reimburse
Which
you.
did happen several times.
Yeah.
And that gets expensive on a trip to California.
I agree.
You know, New York to California, or actually Montreal to L.A., that's a long trip to have to pay for fuel.
I knew drivers that if the car didn't work, the truck didn't move. Get the card working because I ain't got it to put it in.
Well, luckily I did. So I put it in, and I just made it very plain. There better be some money waiting for me when I got to my destination, and they made sure
money
it was.
on the other side, or I ain't dropping this load.
No.
At least not in the loading dock you want it in.
I always knew that they'd pull it through. They were good.
So,
But anyway.
Continue, darling.
Fuel island cleanliness, knowing that when you went to get the stuff to wash your windows. Knowing there wasn't fuel all over, because there's nothing worse than stepping out of your truck and slipping in fuel and oil.
I say that's one thing that Love's does pretty good. They're pretty clean.
They are.
Flying J's used to be pretty decent.
Yeah, it depends. I've heard that it
For the
depends
most
on
part,
the Flying J.
for the most part, most of the truck stops that I ever went to were
But
pretty good at keeping the area clean. Is what I'm
so
trying to get
my
at.
opinion on all of this is, it's not just the chain; it's the location.
Right.
Just like a chain restaurant, you can have the greatest chain restaurant in the world,
Yep.
and you're going to always have a great one
And then
and
you're
a
gonna have a
horrible
bad
one.
Depends on the area, like you said.
Yeah. Am I keeping you up?
I thought I was gonna sneeze.
Fooled you.
I was like, oh, that was a yawn.
So,
You're boring me.
while I've bored him to yawns and he's got to take a drink. So clean showers are really important, and I like clean towels provided, and that if you're team driving, that they provide towels for both team members. Most places don't push that, but when you're a team driver and ask for it, they'll say, "Oh, okay, I get it. Here you go."
Oh yeah, I'm not sharing his towel. Hell no, or her towel.
But some places will be, well, here's proof that we're a team driver. You're fine. Logbooks, or whatever proves that.
Yeah.
Other places will be like, oh no, here's your towel.
Yeah, but most of the time you guys aren't taking a shower together.
Well, I never team drove, so. But
I was with a trainer, so it was like we got our own showers.
That's my point. But when you got your showers, it's usually, this is the truck, this is the fuel line, and here's your towel. Here's your fuel ticket. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Here's my fuel receipt. Here's your towel.
Uh-huh.
It's not just you walk in and get a towel in a shower.
I got
You prove that you got fuel for a free shower.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I'm like, you fall off the face of the earth there, Patrick? Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. So when you get fuel, they give you a receipt.
Yep.
When you get the shower, you show, here's my receipt for fuel.
Yep.
I'd like to get a shower.
Yep.
We're team drivers. We would like 2 showers, please. And they're pretty good about it.
Yes. I understood what you were saying.
Okay, I wasn't sure you understood the words coming out of my mouth.
Wow.
Okay.
Nobody understands the damn thing that comes out of your mouth. Sometimes.
Click.
You can't click me.
I know, you can click me.
I can click you in a...
So, most places where I was going are really good about it, because even though I always took an extra towel with me because of my long hair, most of them would say, hey, I see you got really long hair. Do you want an extra towel for your hair? And I was a solo driver. And I'd be like, oh, that's great. Thank you
that'd be
so much.
wonderful.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Sure.
Because I do.
I could use an extra towel.
For your hair?
Yeah.
Good Lord, help me, please, baby
God,
Jesus.
baby Jesus, help her.
Please.
There's no help for you.
That's because I live with you. Okay, on to the
Hey,
next thing. The next
Wait
thing
a
is
minute.
good food
Good
is
service.
important. And I really like one that has a truckers only section.
Yeah, in the restaurant, yeah. I have seen a few of those.
Yeah, I know that the TA in Erie, Pennsylvania used to.
The one there was a TA in New York, I think it's Middletown, 84.
Yeah.
Right there, they had a truckers area.
I always liked the trucker section. I got a lot of free meals.
What? Hey, no lodgers are allowed in here.
That's right.
Oh, really? Well, can I please speak with your manager, please?
Yeah, here's my CDL. Here's my fuel receipt. I'm parked out there. Did you want to give me a free meal or have me sue you? What did you want? How big a steak did you want, ma'am?
Yeah.
Oh, this one, because then I can feed my dog, too.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And free coffee with your fuel receipt or breakfast in the morning. Being able to fill up your free thermos.
Yep.
Because
well, most of the time, if I went in, sat down, and ate, and I had my
thermos
or travel mug or whatever with me, they would usually top that off for me.
But some places, now, remember, I came from a hotel and restaurant background that had truck stops attached.
Uh-huh.
And the one thing that I had a hard time breaking some of the chains of was when truckers would come in with that thermos.
Filling it up.
Oh, no. Filling it up and then putting it automatically on the receipt as a $2.50 charge.
Ooh.
I'm like, oh, no.
That's at least 4 cups of coffee.
But they filled up they ate dinner, they ate breakfast, and now you want to also charge them $2.50 for coffee, and coffee's the cheapest thing in the world.
I know, right?
Oh no, you take that right off there. I removed it from all of my registers. They
like,
could
no,
not
you
fill.
give
They
them
could
a
not
free-
charge for thermoses.
You give that to them for free.
I'm like-
They're delivering commodities, baby.
I'm like, I was like, no, we do not charge for coffee, and I'm so sorry that she tried charging you for that.
What?
Yeah. So.
Well, I do like good coffee
Yeah, I do too. And,
and a nice convenience store because you always
Yep, there's always something
There's always
you need.
something that Well, not Janet. Janet never left her home without everything. She had everything and everything. She never needed to go to the convenience store for anything.
You were never in. Well, I take that back. You were in my truck, but you were never in my truck at a convenience store.
I'm just saying. Janet always says to me, I never forget anything, ever.
Bull malarkey.
That's what I used to say. I used to say, bullshit. I call bullshit, red flag on the play.
I did not say that. I brought as much as I could,
I know.
and I'm a list maker, unlike somebody I know.
I know. That's why I said, obviously, Janet forgot something on the list at some point because this convenience store is on the list. So anyways, a definite good convenience store that has the essentials that truckers would need.
Yeah, it's always good if they've got the little extra things
Because
too.
not every, it's like antacids, aspirin, Tylenol, ibuprofen, stuff like that.
Fuel rags.
Yeah, little stuff.
Little stuff to clean your truck with.
You break a ratchet strap, you got to replace it.
Yeah.
Load, so
It's nice that if they have a little bit of truck section too,
Yeah.
not just stuff to make you pretty. And
I was just giving you crap.
Mhm.
Don't suck your teeth in like that.
Don't know what you're talking about,
What the fuck
Patrick.
is that? What the fuck is that?
Anyway,
Hey, do us a favor. YouTube hasn't been pushing us through the algorithm. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up on the video, please.
yeah, you could go in and see how Patrick's picking on me.
That would be
today.
awesome.
You can go see how Patrick's picking on Janet today.
I don't believe it. But anyways,
He's too far away. I can't smack him. He moved his chair. The horror.
continue. Parts counter, garage,
And garage.
parts counter and garage.
You said parts counter garage.
Oh,
Parts counter and garage.
It's as a convenience, yes.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Well, because
Because
I was
heaven forbid something does break.
Yeah, because also I was on the road so much that I never made it back to our shop that often to have them do things like oil change,
What?
etc. So I tended to have them done on the road, and if I could get into a Pete shop, I would,
Yep.
because then I always knew I got to stay in a motel and yada yada
Of
yada.
course, yeah. Your truck's down. They gotta put you up for the night.
And
That means you get a good night's sleep.
And then they always did all the little extras, and but otherwise, just hey, pull it in. I'm gonna be eating. Let me know when it's done.
Mm-hmm. Y'all.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I also like the good driver's lounge.
Yeah, me too. Most drivers' lounges have TVs and like a
Load board.
couple of video games or something for entertainment.
Yeah, and some of them have, or used to have, treadmills, ellipticals, and something like that over in a corner.
Like a mini exercise room.
But where you could watch TV while you're doing it.
Yep.
And that's where people would always find me, was standing on the, walking on the treadmill, watching TV.
Watching TV.
Yeah.
And some
load boards.
Yeah, and some of them have load boards.
Yeah.
I think we didn't we do a podcast about load boards or no? I think we touched base on them.
I think we've touched base and said we should do a podcast, and I think that's on my list.
I know we did a podcast called Know Your Load, and I think that was part of it. But
Yeah.
then we were gonna, do another. All right, future episode on how to read a load board.
There we go.
My
My daddy taught me.
So, anyways,
So, with all those needs to fulfill, truckers have options of local area truck stops
yep,
or the big nationwide chains, kind of like we were saying, mom and pop or nationwide
yep.
is on your side. So, if we missed your favorite truck stop, we are so sorry. And
Well, email us at thehost@18wheeltalk.com.
tell us what we missed.
That's thehost at 18wheeltalk.com.
Could you spell that for me?
That's THEHOSTS. The hosts at 18wheeltalk.com.
Are you
Send
sure?
us an email.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty damn sure.
Just making sure.
And if that's too difficult, go to 18wheeltalk.com and click on Ask the Show tab and say, why did you, and in the message put, why did you leave my truck stop out? Whatever episode number this is.
Very good. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Too.
So there.
So there's there are so many great truck stops. So we decided not to even try to attempt name all of them. But we do have a few of our favorites written down that between us we've stopped at these, but it's just really
I think I stopped at just about all of them except the roadies.
I've been to roadies.
But you got the TA, which is travel.
It's now Travel America.
Travel
It used to be
America.
Travel Centers of America.
We got
Petro,
which is now part of. I think it's TA Petro,
could be.
and then I think Pilot and Flying J are together.
Yeah, I think so. Loves is still Loves.
Yep. And then you got Road Ranger if
And-
they're still around.
They are. I know they're still in Springfield. I talked to my cousin enough to know that.
AM Best was another big one.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about them, but yeah, they are. And most people think of them as a gas station, but there's also an AM Best is a truck stop too.
Right. Yeah, they have a fuel line for big riggers.
Yeah, they do. And
like I
usually
said,
some
roadies.
parking and.
Roadies is another one that I don't think I've ever stopped at a Roadies.
But yeah, I have.
Well,
Just been a long. I've stopped at almost everything. I mean, because my dad would say, "Oh, meet me here," and I'm like, "Where's that?"
yeah, right. What?
I've never heard. Is that a truck stop, Dad, or is that a hole in the wall?
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's a truck stop. Trust me.
It's a truck stop. Then you pull in and you go, holy shit, how did I not know about this?
Well, it's okay. You talk about truck stops you didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Taking I-90 out of New York towards Massachusetts,
Okay.
and then that whatever, I think it's one of the 9 routes
Okay.
towards the border.
Uh-huh.
It's like the last one, and you take get off the exit and you go north, and it's that little bitty truck stop that's right there.
Okay.
Do you know where I'm talking about?
I think so.
It's like a hole in the wall. There's like nothing there, but it's a truck stop.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it looks like it's got one pump sitting out in the middle of nowhere and one little bitty building that looks
right
like
there
an
before you cross into Massachusetts.
that looks like it looks like an
It's actually
outhouse.
it's actually bigger than that now.
Oh, okay. Last time I saw it, it looked like an outhouse
Yeah.
with a gas pump.
Yeah, that was yeah. I think the main part of the building, which was the outhouse, is still there.
That's about how big it looked. Okay, it had one pump and an outhouse, nothing else, but just a dirt. Get on, get out. And that was it.
Okay.
But right across the street, they sold really good vegetables and flowers.
Yeah. I believe that's still there.
Yeah. Oh, that was really nice, though.
Uh-huh.
So-
Ding, story time's over.
No, I was explaining, like, I couldn't even
I
tell you the
know, I'm
name of that
kidding.
truck stop. It was not a big one.
I think it was the...
Mom and Pop.
No, it was 20. It was...
Oh, it was named after the exit.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
I think it was the 20 rest stop or truck stop.
Yeah, exit
anyway.
20 truck stop or something
yeah,
like
something
that.
like
All I know is when I had to stop there, I was like, you got to be joking me. This is a truck stop?
that. Yeah. Had good food in the restaurant.
There was a restaurant there?
Yeah, they added one. That's what I said.
Wow.
It was decent. Decent.
You could tell
I didn't
have
say it
not-
was great. I said it was
You
decent.
could tell I have not been there in ages. It's
Okay.
kind of like that one down in the Port of Albany that should, like, woof.
That should have closed down, shortly
I think
after
that
it
was a
opened.
TA.
I think you're right.
Anyway.
Anywho.
So, that's just about hits all of them, but from what it takes to make a good truck stop to some of the big name truck stops. But we didn't go into detail about who bought out whom totally. We named some of them, but
Yeah, like I said, I think TA owns Petro or vice versa.
and
I think Pilot owns Flying J.
I thought
Or maybe it's Flying J Pilot. I don't know. But I know they're
I think
together.
it's Flying J Pilot.
Yeah.
Now that you say it, I think it's Flying J
Yeah.
Pilot. But that whole conversation could
Yeah.
like go on for
Oh,
10
God,
hours.
Yeah. That's a whole another,
Some of the stuff we left out that, especially if you're new, I believe that maybe that when you're fueling up with a company card, for instance, you do not always have the option of picking where you stop to fuel.
Right. Because some companies, like I said, my company at the time used TA.
And
TA
that's-
truck stops. That's
the
it.
only place you could stop at.
Yep.
Um,
That's the only one that accepted our fuel card.
yeah, and if you fuel
Nowadays, there are more major brand fuel cards out there that companies have. So you
Yeah.
can just about go anywhere. But
see, and I was one of the lucky ones. My fuel card was a MasterCard. So I could fuel pretty much anywhere. But if you have one of the company ones like he did, you couldn't go anywhere else. And basically, if you fueled there, you showered there. And if you showered there, you pretty much ate there because by then you were tired and out of hours.
yep, that was pretty much it. That was my end the night.
Yeah. And once you've done all that, you're so tired, you're just like, I do not want to move my truck again. I'm done. So you kind of get used to a chain. And whether it's one of them big purdy chains, that you love or you think you will, or smaller mom and pop chain
Right.
that has all the hospitality in the world,
Hey. Like I said, I used to fuel, get cleaned up, eat dinner, and park for the night.
Yeah. And I knew a couple drivers that would fuel up, clean up, and then go park at rest stops. And
Well, it also depends on if if I still had time to drive after I fueled up, got cleaned up,
yeah.
and got some food in my belly. If I still had the energy and the time, I would press on. Otherwise, I would just shut it down.
Did you use electric logbooks back then or
No.
paper? Okay. So I'm trying to word this correctly. I only used paper logbooks.
Mm-hmm.
The world that I came from, nobody had only one logbook.
Uh-huh.
So you never ran out of time.
Oh, you know what I mean.
No, I'm just saying. I'm trying to say this for these newbies out
the
here.
Well, they can't cheat. They can't
No,
cheat
I'm
the
trying to
system no more.
I'm trying to explain this.
There was ways that we could cheat the system.
Nobody ran out of time back then
Mm-hmm.
because if you knew what you were doing, you could run, say, 4 logbooks even. Not that I know anybody personally.
After the second one, if you ran a third one, it started getting a little confusing.
No, not if you're good with numbers. It was easy. But anyway, let me finish.
Anyways,
So some of the drivers that ran multiple logbooks.
ding, story time.
Okay, ding, story time. Some of the drivers that ran multiple
Won't
logbooks.
mention any names, Janet.
This I didn't do, though. This part of it I didn't do.
Oh, okay.
They would fuel, shower, clean up. Sometimes eat there. Sometimes they'd eat later in their truck. And then they would go park at a rest stop or on a on-ramp, off-ramp, something like that, because some states it's still legal.
Right.
Or it was then anyway.
Yeah.
That way they didn't have to deal with people. And
Well,
they'd,
that's true.
cook in their truck or, already had something made that they just was reheating or cold cut sandwich or something they bought at the restaurant there and just ate there,
Boom.
Boom.
Got it.
Done.
Got it
Yeah.
to go.
And that way they were away from all the people, away from all the traffic that comes out of a truck stop in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and a little bit closer to the destination, especially if they were like, say, one of those big areas like Chicago or something where you've got so much going on. You can get closer.
Busy.
Yeah, like I could have parked at the rail yards overnight if I wanted to,
Right.
but I chose to stay at the truck stop, an hour away,
Yeah.
so
Hey.
it's not always the safest thing to do if you drive solo.
True.
Most of the people that did this type of thing, and this is not recommended or endorsed by 18 Wheel Talk Podcast Show, carried a shotgun, usually a pistol grip.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anybody that owns or carries these things.
Nope.
So we'll just leave it at that. And wherever you choose to pull your brakes tonight, drivers, be safe.
Yes.
And while you're on the road,
Keep your rubber side down.
and your shiny side up. So, say goodbye, Patrick.
I wasn't ready.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I wasn't ready.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Don't forget to sign up for the fan club.
I'm so sorry. Please
Go
say
to the number 1, the number 8, wheeltalk.com/fan club. Get signed up. Get entered into our giveaway. It's the only way you're going to do it is to be a part of our fan club. It's new. It's growing. It's the only way that we're going to do our contests and giveaways.
Oh, and check out our resources page.
Yes, anything that we mentioned in the show, if we have an affiliation to anything, go to our resources tab. We're only affiliated with things that we talk about here on the podcast show, and actually use and abuse ourselves.
That's a good way to put it. Use and abuse.
You know? So, but anyways, we thank you for joining us today, and keep your rubber side down.
And your shiny side up. I'm sorry.
We'll catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Okay, bye.